Coach, go ahead and start with an opening statement about tonight's game.
First of all, I just want to thank the Hall of Fame for letting us come play. Thank the Big East for letting us play. Thank Nova for working and helping us work it out so we could play. And thank Kent State for helping us work it out so that we could play in this game. And I've long desired to play the best teams in America. And you don't play them just to play them. You play them to be competitive with them and ultimately take your shot at beating them. And then when things happen like tonight, it's not fun for anybody, but at the same time, I'd rather play a game like this and get drilled like we did. I think you learn more from that than the fool's gold of a cupcake schedule. Louisville's been picked number one in the ACC for a reason. They're a really excellent basketball team. Dana Evans is the preseason player of the year. They got one of the best freshmen in the country. And so we hung for a quarter and that's all. And then after that, we didn't defend. We didn't rebound. We had no offensive patience whatsoever, tried to force the issue, basically putting a square peg into a round hole all night, and it just turned into a disaster. Louisville's a good team. They're have a great coach in Jeff Walls, and Louisville made us look bad, but I think we also made ourselves look pretty bad as well. So with that said, we're going to have to regroup. And I thanked a lot of people. I also want to thank our athletic director, Dwayne Peavy, for putting together the ability for us to charter out here. So that's all part of the COVID world. And once again, as bad as the outcome, I still, if I had it to do over again tomorrow, I'd be here in a heartbeat because we will be better for this.
Doug Feinberg, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Hey, Doug, you mentioned the first quarter, then things sort of fell apart. You had a struggle from three tonight. How much was their defense versus you guys just missing shots?
I believe it's always the opponent's defense. I'm one of these people that believe that, we just miss shots. I believe when you miss shots, the credit needs to go to the team that was on the other side of the ball. And so I just have to believe that it was Louisville making us miss shots. But I just was very unhappy with the rhythm of our, there was no rhythm to our offense. It's basically catch the ball and go 1-on-1. And I love our ability. I really, really do have my players' backs when they find a place to isolate and take their man off the bounce. I'm very comfortable with them doing so, but there has to be a rhythm to it. And I didn't think there was a real rhythm to what we were doing tonight. It started becoming just catching it's my turn, and then catching it's my turn, and catching it's my turn. It's very tough to play against a good defense that way.
Thanks, Doug.
Jim Clark, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
You really answered the question about defense, but what exactly? Well, not exactly. What did their defense do that forced your players into those one-on-one decisions?
Well, first of all, once again, Louisville's very well coached, and Jeff does a great job. He's also got a great staff, and they all do a great job. So when you're playing this level of competition, you are not necessarily going to get the same shots you're going to get in practice against your own players, your own teammates. If the teammates that you were playing against in practice were as good as Louisville, they wouldn't be playing against you in practice. So, we have not been able to bring in male practice players. So the simulation of the talent of Louisville has not happened. So our players were not patient. And for a team, I want our players to force tempo. I want us to shoot the ball quickly, but you have to also understand that there needs to be a rhythm into that quick shot theory. And paint touches are huge. I thought we got the ball to the paint quite a few times. And then, Louisville's size bothered us at the rim. And instead of having the wisdom to accept the compliment of getting to the rim and sucking some of the defense to you and kicking it back out for the open three, I thought we forced some shots at the rim. We missed a lot of shots at the rim tonight. And we got to the rim a lot and then missed a lot of shots at the rim. So, I think that's part of Louisville's defense. And at the same time, I think those are the places where, okay, you got to the rim. There's nothing here. You got to kick it back out, move the ball here, a couple more passes. And then all of a sudden you're taking a wide open three instead of a hard contested three. There's a big difference between a wide open three and a hard contested three. So I think those are some of the things that happened tonight. Two of our better players, I think, were combined 5 for 31 on the night, and that's tough to have happen. They're better players than that, and there's a fine line. I want my players to be aggressive to score, but then you also have to know when you need to have the patience to let the game come to you against a better ball club like this. And that never really took place tonight. A couple of times we finally got to moving the ball a few passes and actually setting some screens. We got some even better looks, but it was way too late, too little and too late.
John, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Hi, Coach. First, I applaud you for taking on the challenge of playing a team like that tonight. But I know that you were close to the Valvano family. I know that you pledged some money tonight during the game. Could you speak a little bit about what the Valvano family and the game means to you?
Well, Jimmy was when I was a young assistant coach at Loyola Chicago, Jimmy was not that much older than me, and his trajectory into coaching was ahead of ours. And he was a very great coach at Iona, and then got the NC State job. And when we were at Loyola Chicago, we played against NC State a couple times, once at the Rosemont Horizon and once back in Raleigh. And his assistant Jack Stewart at the time, they just became good friends. I mean, that's the kind of guy Jimmy was. I mean, he kind of was a Pied Piper for anybody in the game of basketball, and took over a bar room, and took over, recruiting venues. So it was hard for people in the business not to get to know Coach back in those days. And then when we were with the WBCA and acting as the president in 2007, and the WBCA was beginning to put together the KYAO Fund and the KYAO program, Nick was very, very helpful in donating his time and energy and effort. I mean, the irony of these two great coaches, KYAO and Jim Valvano, both coaching at the same institution, North Carolina State, it's just one of those crazy things in life. But I mean, Nick was very, very good and helpful in helping the WBCA get the KYAO Foundation off the ground and moving. So, you put all that together and it all comes back around. I'm an English guy, not a math guy, but I could add the 10 threes and I think 36 assists, and that's 46 divided by 2. I think I got $2,300 coming to the Jimmy V Foundation, and I'm happy to be donating it. Don't tell my wife. I haven't told her yet, but that's okay. She'll go along with the program and to support the Jimmy V Foundation and to support the KYAO Foundation. These are very, very important foundations, and they are making a difference.
Thank you, Coach.
Any other questions for Coach Bruno?
Jeff Walsh had to spend $75 a miss. So, I mean, he did a good job of helping Jimmy V tonight. His Louisville club helped Jimmy V a big time tonight.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks,
and thank you, everyone. Sorry.
Thanks, everybody, for covering women's basketball. Really do appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you for everyone who joined. Have a great night.
Thank you.